everybody. Welcome back to Thought Jar. Bear down. Vikings suck. All that good stuff.
Bull Vikes.
No, not today. You lost.
Frick, man.
9 through some interceptions.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I still don't know much, considering the last time we were here and gathered, we communed over football. So I'm just gonna say, bear down, baby, bear down.
Yeah, dude, the horns down for the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears. Yeah, what a convincing victory that was. Totally. Yeah. Definitely got some growing pains.
I didn't even watch it, so it's
Yeah,
all right.
I watched the first half at a bar, and the entire time is what the only thing I could think of was, wow, this is boring as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You know the first quarter opened, four punts.
4 punts. Yeah.
Four
I watched the
punts.
first quarter and that was it. And I went to my parent or my mom's to go eat lunch. And it was probably not worth watching.
NFL quarters are 15 minutes. The first 10 minutes of the game were just four drives that ended in punts.
Even if you didn't know anything
0
about football,
points.
you could assume that if you knew like the basics about football, you could assume that a team punting the ball 4 times in one quarter is like might be a little too much. Might be a little too many times.
That's boring.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
boring.
the end of the first portion of the game ended in a score of 0-3, which is not good. But some people would say a win is a win. I personally, as a Bears fan, think, wow, this is still not a convincing football team, but the record looks cool, I guess.
What's the record right now?
Right now, the Bears are 7-3.
Wow.
Yeah. It
Dang,
sounds
let's
it
go.
sounds really cool on paper until you look at those victories, and then you realize that only one of them was against a team that was over 500, and the rest have been fourth quarter squeakouts where, blessed by Providence, that the other team kind of sucks. No, that's it, actually. It's just their defenses either are so battered or their offensive people get injured in the game, and then the Bears put together 1 or 2 drives that just and they won.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question, but I'm gonna have to pussyfoot around the jargon that I'm unsure as to its like validity of. So, the conference that they're in is called the NFC North.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
good.
So
Yes.
where are they ranked in the NFC North? Right
So as of this moment, before the Lions play, because they played tonight against Philly, the Bears technically are in first place.
Dang, let's
That
go.
is-
Because weren't they in dead last year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Last year, for frame of reference, the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings all made it to the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are only 7 spots per conference in the professional playoffs.
Yeah.
Or
per division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 divisions and then there's conferences with
Right.
divisions.
The AFC and the NFC.
Yep.
Right?
Flip it. 2 conferences,
Or,
divisions.
Yeah. 2
Oh, okay, right,
conferences,
okay. Yeah.
divisions are in the
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, only 7 slots per conference, and then 3 of those were NFC North teams, and none of them were the Bears. So that gives you any frame of reference of how last year
Yeah.
went.
We're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah, but then all the others, then every single one of the teams all 3 of them were not first round exits. They played 1 game, they lost that game, and they were knocked out immediately. So I mean, all that guff and luster, and it was all that stuff with the everyone being like, well, the Vikings and the Lions have a better record than half the teams in the playoffs, so why aren't they first and second seed? Which just brings up the questions about how they do seeding in the playoffs, and people were like, we should abolish divisions, and that didn't make a lot of people happy, so nothing changed.
Well, someone once said that we should abolish something else, and then when we abolished it, the world was a much better place. So I think that if we abolish seeding,
What was that? What did we abolish?
slavery.
Slavery?
Man, I was kind of hoping you would say like something a little more clever than that.
No, I was being real.
Fair enough.
Slavery.
Who abolished it?
I think it was God.
God abolished slavery.
I think it was
yeah,
God's
man.
will that it was enacted.
Yeah, God came down and was like, hey, cut that out. And we're like, you're right. My bad, man.
God's will enacted on God's hate. Just like the hardcore band God's Hate, and you're gonna clip a thumbnail right there. God's Hate.
And
Okay.
there's Spotify right there.
Yeah, there's Spotify tag. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, we're just kind of like talking today. We're just kind of having like a little bit of a break from planned thought. So we're gonna start do we have a name that we're gonna call these? We'll do these like every so often.
I'd say this is. I think it's funny to call it thought jar, but
Okay.
I was thinking maybe we get a jar.
Thoughts.
And we get some thoughts. We put them in a jar. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there, man.
Thoughts out of the jar maybe next time.
Yeah.
Bring a bunch of thoughts next time.
And then,
and
this time, I mean, we're coming up with the topics. But I mean, if we ever wanted to do one of these again, I mean, all you lovely people out there certainly have something you want to hear our opinion on.
Yes, I'm sure. There's so many things that people care about us talking about.
Like our opinion is
Like come. Is that what you just said? What the fuck, dude?
Yes.
Dude,
like
oh my god. We're gonna get canceled now. Can't talk about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
See, Adam, people have to watch your show to cancel it.
Not dang. That seems well, I'm
and all 10 people listening to this, we're glad you're here.
We're
Thank
burdened
you.
with the popularity. So But yeah, we won't have a name currently, but when you see this, there's gonna be a name.
When the notif drops,
there.
because you totally have our episodes.
You got the bell notification.
Ring a ding ding, baby. Yeah, we'll have thought of a name by then. But
don't
for
forget
right now,
to smash that bell.
Smash that like button. Hit that
I want
bell.
you to take your phone and just split in two, you know. So I mean, we all have thoughts where it's like, I wonder XYZ. I wonder if like I know one that I do a lot is like, I wonder when the last time somebody touched that rock was. Or like you'll be out on a walk and you'll be on like a path or something and there's just a rock in the path and you kick it over to the side and then you're like, wow, I touched that rock. I wonder when the next time that rock will get touched.
Dude, there's a guy that his handle on Instagram is Ride with Ian, and he's been biking from I think either Portugal or Italy to Japan, and he started in like, oh god, I want to say he started in like April or May. But I'm sure he's had that thought at least once or twice during this whole journey because it's like a 10,000 mile bike ride.
Yeah.
And he's probably seen something and like, man, I wonder when the last time a human being actually was here and touched that. You know,
so how does he get across the water? Bikes don't do that.
Oh, from Korea to Japan. He's gonna have to take a ferry, but yeah. But everywhere else, he's been biking the entire way.
Is that cheating?
What?
That's
because I mean, is he riding his bike the whole time?
He's got the bike on the ferry.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be riding.
He's got like a dyno for a bike, and he's just biking the whole time.
Maybe he could like get some attachments for his bike, so he could bike in the water.
Yeah, it's
bro.
like he gets one of
some floaties or something.
Yeah.
Like he makes the wheels like
wheel floaties.
Awful, like
one of those amphibious vehicles that have like the inflating wheels.
Yeah.
I think that would count.
That's
right?
fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. But I'm sure he's had that thought so many times while he's, you know, in the most desolate and remote places that people rarely come across. Like when he was like biking through Kyrgyzstan or Kyrgyzstan, is that? Kyrgyzstan. After he went through Iran, I think he went from Iran up into Kyrgyzstan, and now he's coming back through Mongolia.
He's going to Mongolia.
Yeah.
So he's going
down
east.
through China.
Yeah. Well, so he's not going to Korea. He's going to China. He's trying to get into China right now.
Yeah.
But the Chinese government is being very particular about the visa approval process, and so now he's like, I literally watch every single one of his videos because it's so fascinating to me.
Nice.
And he's saying now he might be stuck in Mongolia for like another 1 to 2 months, which like during the winter in Mongolia, it's no joke. So he's like really trying to expedite the process. But dude, I've thought about like the desolate and remoteness of certain places in the world where like Siberia, because he for a moment he was in Russia. He was up in Siberia technically, and then came back down. So I think it was Iran, Kyrgyzstan, part of Russia, and then he went back down through Mongolia, and now he's going back down through the western border of Mongolia down to China.
Because Siberia is just that entire eastern portion of Russia. I think so, right?
Yeah,
where it's just it's not entirely uninhabited, but it's mostly like either it's remote or it's just there's nothing there.
Yeah, dude, like. Lake Baikal is there?
Yeah, Lake Baikal.
Dude, it's like it's covered in like a sheet of ice that was like permafrosted, right? So it never melts. Also, the sheet of ice on Lake Baikal is like, I swear to God, I saw it was like 12 feet thick.
Oh wow!
Like,
dang,
you could build a house on it, and it would probably be fine.
That's crazy,
dude. It's so cool. Like, I don't know.
I like that statement. That'll probably be fun.
Yeah, that'll probably be fun. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're deciding to build a house on 12 feet of ice,
can I get the schematics for a house on 12 feet of ice?
You're walking into your Home Depot, like, hey,
what kind of mounting screws should I use for the foundation?
What kind of wall anchors do you suggest I just drill into 12
feet
of ice?
Yeah, it's a house that's on 12 feet of ice. Yeah. How much is that gonna take to like ship it over? Okay, can you guys like deliver that? Oh, you only do 30 miles.
What kind of concrete do you recommend I put on 12 feet of ice? To frame
foundation? So, do you think 2 people will fit in that shower? Can you test it out with me real quick? that is unironically, it didn't happen to me while I worked there, but someone there's a video I think of some guy going up to Home Depot worker just being like, "Hey, this shower looks kind of tight. Would you like get in there with me and like see if you fit?" And it just cuts to them in the shower.
Yeah, so
and he's like, "Yeah, it's kind of cozy."
I feel like there's enough room in here. I saw that and thought, yeah, you could definitely probably fit a third person. That's a 3-person shower right there.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, talk about the like seat of luxury. 3-person shower.
Oh my god.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
But yes, anyway, going back to your question. I have thought that before. I have thought like I have looked at something in nature and said to myself, I wonder when the last time someone was here and touched it.
And in that same vein, not even like necessarily like individual objects, but like there are like you go to a building and it has a high ceiling. It's like I wonder when the last time somebody touched the ceiling, or like and why were they touching it? Was it when they built it? Have they touched it since?
Yeah.
Like especially like all those older buildings in like downtown Bloomington, especially where it's like these are all like refurbished buildings.
Lead line pipes.
Arsenic
in the paint.
Asbestos in the ceiling and stuff. Yep. But you look at all those buildings and like all the windows are either like boarded or like it'll be a business and then just nothing above it. And it's like, when was the last time someone was in there? When was the last time it was inhabited by someone? What's in there now? Yeah. It's like all those like it's like wow. I wonder when the last time this happened.
I think that about like clothes specifically. Like so I went to a Goodwill last week, and I saw like all of the clothes and I was like, I said to my girlfriend, because my mom frequents Goodwill like a lot just to like look for stuff, but also like to donate. She donates a lot of stuff, and I was like, I wonder if any of the clothes like my mom has donated are still here. And then it just made me think like, wow, all of these clothes belong to somebody. Some of the most gaudy, eyesore-ish clothes ever. I'm like, somebody actually wore this at one point probably and thought, man, I look good in that. And it's just like the most obtuse, like yellow, red, like purple thing ever.
Yeah. Just an eyesore of an article of clothing.
But it's weird because like clothes are so like everybody wears clothes. But it's like to somebody somewhere, like something that you see in a Goodwill that you're like, oh, that's garbage. That might have been like somebody's favorite pair of shoes or like favorite pair of jeans ever.
And like there are those times when you go to a Goodwill and you'll see like very obviously like custom made for a family, like a family reunion T-shirt or something like Williams family reunion, like 1994, Oklahoma, and it's like wow. Why would anyone else want this?
Dude, and it makes you kind of sad to take it a step further, because that sort of thing probably came from, like, hypothetically speaking, this may not be true.
More than likely, though. So I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, like if someone, like, passes and they're, like, cleaning out a house and they're like, well, let's just give it to Goodwill. And then a stranger that you've never met is looking at a family reunion shirt from your grandma 10 years ago.
Someone's life is just objects in a Goodwill.
Dude, like so weird to think about. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a kick-ass Midwest emo song.
Bro, we're talking about
my life is at a Goodwill.
Life in a Goodwill.
My life is objects at a Goodwill.
Life for hire in a Goodwill.
There you go.
Life for purchase in a Goodwill.
Yeah. Hey, Modern Baseball, I got the next one for you.
Yeah, okay, bring back Modern Baseball. Let's keep Panucci's Pizza burnt and canceled, and let's bring back Modern Baseball.
There you go, baby.
Sports was great. Let's bring back.
Oh.
Yeah, man. But yeah, what about you, Ryan? Have you ever thought that about something in particular? Like, when was the last time somebody had like handled or like,
Yeah, I mean, you can with anything. Really.
It happened a lot while we were
rental cars.
While we were at Turkey
Run.
Yeah.
So Ryan and I the other
Turkey
week
Run,
had the absolute pleasure, if you could say that, of going to Indiana.
The Hoosiers were glad to have you, man.
Mm-hmm,
Sure they were. I'm sure they love us Illinois folk.
But they sure don't.
Yeah, when they come, they are birthed from their cornfields, and they pop out, and their first words are fucking hate it, those liberals in Illinois.
Those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
Hate them all, and then
Stupid blue state.
And then it's like, well, believe it or not, these people are almost exactly the same, minus a few pockets of places. That's everywhere. Anyway, had the pleasure of going to Turkey Run, which was actually a very nice time. It's beautiful out there.
Amazing,
but I had somebody on the trip had found a walking stick, and I was like, dude, can I have that? And I'm
like an actual walking stick?
Yeah, it was just a stick that was straight, and it was like about the right height for me. So I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Nice.
I'm gonna carry this around. And at one point, I was using it to prop up, and it snapped underneath me, and I didn't fall. I caught myself, thankfully, but it fell into a puddle, and it floated for a little bit, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna touch that because A, it's broken, I don't want it anymore, and B, it's wet. Why would I? But it's probably still in that puddle, and I really doubt anyone else is going to touch it, or at least I don't think a human is going to touch it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's beaver fodder now.
That's beaver fodder.
Yeah. A lot of big beavers in Indiana.
Dude, maybe. Oh yeah. I mean, I saw a huge beaver at Starved Rock once.
Yeah.
They growled at me.
I bet there's
Dude,
beavers
that's
there.
insane.
Yeah.
How'd you escape?
I ran. And it was huge. Beavers are huge.
Yeah.
They're huge and scary.
I don't know if this is a double entendre or not. When I first said it, I totally meant it as, but I'm like, are you actually talking about beavers now?
Okay. Wow, beavers are huge and scary, and it growled at me. Yeah, nice, man.
Do they growl?
They do.
They do, yeah.
They do.
Actually?
Yes.
I didn't know.
This was years ago, so I don't even know how to replicate the sound it made, but it was like guttural and feral, and I wanted it to be cute and plush and happy like a dog, but it wasn't, and it was mad that I was encroaching on its little sleep.
Are beavers just little bucktooth bears?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's
I mean,
like,
they're part of the like muskrat.
I think they're rodents, right?
They're rodents, yeah.
Aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah.
Like capybara.
Hey,
Yeah,
I mean, big
like muskrats.
Some big rodents are scary.
Bro.
I like capybaras.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
Capybaras are dope.
Capybara.
and like
Farcho.
a rat every so often. Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Rats are cute.
I don't want to see a rat in a place I don't expect a rat.
Yeah, sewer rat? No.
No, thank you.
I'm
No,
good.
thank you.
No city rats for me.
I go down there a lot. I go down to the sewers a lot, and I see a lot of rats. So I'm like,
Yeah, they know me. We're cool like
they
that.
know me. I'm like the Rat King.
Do you see like trolls down there too?
No.
No trolls. Okay.
No,
trolls
they shut down that, like, they called it a troll encampment, and they didn't want that, so now they decided to fund a troll housing community.
Wow.
Oh, really?
That way they are kept in like one spot.
Look at that. They're
Oh.
doing stuff for our trolls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, good job,
yeah.
Pritzker.
Yeah,
good
they
job.
didn't so
Our first troll governor, really.
bro troll
First
first.
troll governor. Yeah.
Troll first. I also feel that way about stuff with like garbage. When I see garbage on the, like, this is such a like fucking like attention deficit brain thought, but I look at garbage and I'm like, the first thing I think,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, how long has that been there?
Ocean dumpage.
I think that
Yeah.
with like there are places, like pretty much every place you've had to stop around town. If you look outside and on the ground, it's just cigarette butts.
Yeah.
Like who was chuffing a dart and was like, all right, time to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then who was that? Who chuffed that dart?
Uh-huh.
Was it good? What kind was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you having another?
Yeah. They could be like the most.
Phil's playing
Let's
with
say
the door.
Phil, Ryan's other cat, is also in the room,
Yes.
just off camera here, and he has managed to close the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. On
Great work,
himself.
buddy.
On himself.
He's
So
a
now-
troll, so.
Yeah.
This is
He's really for all the pro troll.
So you've seen him down there in the sewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He frequents the sewers.
Yeah.
so.
He's a
You carpool sometimes?
buddy. I don't have a car. Do you think I can afford a car in this environment?
Fair enough. My bad.
Yeah. You think? Yeah.
Trolls took my car.
Trolls took my car. They took my catalytic converter. So
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
shouldn't
they
drive it.
they melted it down for the platinum.
Bro. Now I can't drive it because now
Dude.
it's huffing out, toxic fumes.
Yeah, dude, the trolls have gotten surprisingly advanced in the last couple of years.
Bro, I mean,
Yep.
have you ever thought about the mines of Moria?
It's insane.
You ever seen The Hobbit, man? I mean, they're basically trolls. I mean, they don't like to be called trolls because they're dwarves.
Yeah,
but I generalize. I generalize a lot. I call people by the things like and names that they're not supposed to be called because it fits my narrative.
Oh, really? Okay.
I can't imagine this stays in.
It's a bit.
It's a bit. It's a bit. There's no.
No, it's staying in. We're keeping
there's no extra information to extrapolate from that. It's face value.
Yes. It's
we can call
value.
people. No, we can't call people trolls because.
No, because we're talking about trolls, like actual factual trolls.
No.
You know?
Like Phil.
No, we're
because he's down in the sewers.
We're talking about people.
We're talking about people.
No.
JD Vance is a troll.
Bro.
He's something, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna
undeterminable origin, honestly.
I was gonna make it. Never mind. I can't. I can't.
Maybe we are gonna get canceled.
Huh?
Maybe we are gonna get canceled.
I don't know.
Trump is a troll, so.
Yeah.
He's something.
Yeah.
I say again.
Yeah.
Troll's too nice.
Yeah.
My opinion.
He's got a nussy, so
he does. That's insane.
What that sort of makes.
He's got a pee.
Is
it nussy or is it chussy? Because it's kind of like it comes from the chin,
but it goes all the way down.
It does. It does. So technically, yeah, it would be nussy.
It's a nussy. Yeah. So cars are kind of cool. Like,
dude, you know, we drive in them. Segway.
We drove in them every day. I
think you drive in them every day, actually.
But yeah. That's true.
All right, Bob.
What do you guys think about cars?
I think they're cool. Also, I'm totally completely unrelated. I'm bringing back the word bub.
Bub.
Listen,
hey,
Bub.
What up, Bub?
Bubba.
Bub.
Unironically, Bubba is something in my vocabulary. I love calling my cat Bubba.
I'll call my cats Bub or
Bubba.
Like,
what's up, Bubba?
Hey, Bubba.
Patrick's
Bub.
That's a Bubba.
This is Bub right here.
Yeah, Bub.
We'll get a zoom in on this. Yeah. This is Bub.
Bubba.
Sick Bub cam.
The Bub cam activated,
dude.
But yeah. Anyway, cars are great. Cars are useful. I think
everyone should own one.
Good,
Phil. All right. Oh sorry, he spooked me a little. I wasn't expecting that. My bad.
Cars are great. I think that there are way too many of them. I think that we have an overconsumption issue with vehicles in America. Not the three of us sitting in this room because God knows we can barely afford the ones that we have.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people who have like 10 of them because they just think it's cool to have 10 cars. And I mean, good on you.
And they just sit there and do nothing.
And they drive them maybe once a year.
They sit in a garage and collect dust under a tarp and just sit.
When they have more equity in half of the vehicles in their 10-car garage than I have in my entire life on paper, that's a little weird to me, but I mean, again, it's you can do whatever you want.
Hey, champ. Yeah, and then not even talking about like individual like car ownership. You talk about society.
Society.
We live in a society.
Our car driven society where it's if you don't, outside of major cities, if you don't own a car, how are you gonna get anywhere?
Dude, 100%, man.
It's
a big urban planning issue. It is like walkability in cities,
especially in America,
and especially you can go a little further and talk about like resource management, like how are people in rural communities, if they don't have a car, most of these tiny little towns around here don't have guaranteed access to like basic necessities like toiletries and some communities, some families have the are lucky enough to have raise chickens, raise cows, so maybe they can do, if it's a small farm or something,
less on modern convenience.
Yeah, so they don't have to go out as much. But that's not, believe it or not everyone who lives in the country is a farmer. They're not everyone out here is a cowboy.
Case in point, like how I grew up.
Yeah. Yeah, pooping outside and getting yourself a nosebleed.
Yes, that is an actual story that did happen. I am putting that out there for the internet to consume. That did happen. I was like maybe 10 or 11.
Nice.
Did someone dare you to do it?
No.
You just went outside.
Yeah, I just went outside.
You said God
did you
said
cover it or
huh?
did you like bury it?
I didn't even.
Oh.
you
I didn't even make a.
tried
So you
to,
tried
and you gave yourself a nosebleed.
I was
instead of poop, it was blood through your neck.
Well, I pushed too hard, and it was in the middle of January, so it was dry
You
outside.
gave yourself a brain ache.
You're gonna hemorrhage.
I literally was like bending over my sink, and I had a friend over at the time, and I was like, call my parents right now.
Why would you try to go outside if you didn't have to shit? It seems like something. It's like, oh, I have to shit. Wouldn't it be funny if I went outside and did it?
It was blank that out in the thing. Yeah, he was over, and I was just like, I just did it outside. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go take a shit outside. Like there was nothing. There was no reason.
Yeah.
There was no reason other than that's what my.
Your brain was like, I wonder if I could do it, and then
100%.
And then the answer was no.
The answer was no, and then I gave myself a really bad nosebleed
and a headache probably.
Yeah, I pushed so hard.
Call my parents. Call my parents. I'm gonna die.
I was like, I'm bleeding so much. I tried to. I don't even think I told.
I have brain bleed. Call my parents, please.
I don't even think I divulged that information to them. That what had happened was I decided to defecate outside. I think I was just like, oh, something happened. I just started getting a nosebleed. Can you guys just come home? Like, I don't even know where they were.
That's crazy.
But
Halo's paused on the Xbox.
But yeah. Anyway, we were talking about rural communities raising farm animals. Yeah. So
anyway, back on topic.
Yeah. But yeah, like I think the familial unit, I mean, as a whole, has kind of broken down in America. I mean, things that were once very fundamental to development as a society, or at least on the individualistic level,
like taking care of each other and like having like, oh, like we all raise chickens, we all have a cow, and like sharing those resources.
Even less general, a little bit more specific, like eating dinner together, going to the store less, like making do with what you have. I guess that's a little bit more general, but like there are still AC people who are AC that live near my parents, and they're very like, they have huge families. They seem to rely a lot less on modern conveniences than even my parents do, and my parents don't that much. Yeah. But like things have gotten so fast and so quickly paced in America that even people our age who grew up, like, I did not grow up with I grew up with some technology, but for the most part, like, I was still spending quite a bit of time outside.
In terms of, if you were to put us back to the age we, like, you know, like, let's say like 5 to 15, relative to 5 to 15-year-olds today, we have a lot less technology.
Oh, dude.
Especially, I'd say on the personal level, especially. If something technology-wise was mine, it was, like, I think I got a DS for, like, my 9th birthday. Yep. It was my DS.
That was the coolest shit at the time, was the Wii, the freaking PS3.
The Wii Fit board
Xbox
was like
360, bro.
But see, like, okay, even that, like, a Wii was literally designed to help you move, because people understood that, okay, we like video games, but like we could at least try to make it engaging, like physically engaging for people, and I loved that, and I thought the Wii was so much fun. Now, granted, a lot of the games you'd play, you would just play sitting down, but at least there was an option, like if you wanted to. Now
So
the
Wii Fit.
I remember watching watching you play the Legend of Zelda games on the Wii, and these games were fully designed, or at least as far as I could tell, designed to be like, you're up and you're holding the shield with the nunchuck and you're slashing with the Wii remote.
Yes.
But all memories of you playing the game is you sitting down just going.
All you have to do, it's all in the wrist, man.
And then you know, and then you beat the game, and it's like, all right, if it works, it works.
Yeah. I mean, really, if you don't want to put that much exertion into it, you just go with the wrist.
Yeah,
100%. You know? But even that, like, that micro movement is still so much more than this.
Yeah, that's
like
something.
This does require like a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
And like for people who aren't exactly like entirely mobile, or you know, if they're handicapped, a lot of exercises for those people are just upper body,
Yeah.
arm movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
And I mean, you give the Wiimote some batteries. That thing's got a little heft to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Launch that bad boy at the TV.
Yep. I threw many a Wii remote in my time.
And it's the batteries are in the back, so it's perfect for like if you're doing it like that, it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's going.
Like you're done. Like that's why you wear the wrist waps.
Yes, the wrist waps. They also had like the different like attachments. Like I remember explicitly. There was a paintball game that I had. It
was like the
dude.
It
It was a gun mold for the nunchuck and the remote, and it was the coolest thing ever. Coolest thing ever. But now with all of that being said, like things are so much more convenient, and there's so many great books on this. I'm reading a book right now recommended to me by a friend called The Anxious Generation, and it talks about how we can observe on huh?
Is it us? Are we the anxious generation?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
Damn.
we are. We are actually. Yeah, it said
nice.
it basically states like not the hypothesis, but the fundamental thing that the book is trying to focus on is that since 2010, 3 years after the iPhone came out, we as in like sociologists and people who study trends in society have been able to observe a steady and constant decline in a lot of different things in American like people, young adults, and they have been able to observe a steady and consistent increase in things like anxiety, a little bit of depression, but it's mostly like anxious tendencies, withdrawal, not hanging out with friends so much in personal settings. We have this tendency we're inclined to look now like, okay, this is like a one-on-one or one to several interaction. When we're online, that's a one-to-many interaction, and you don't need to be able to read like body language. Like there are very key things that are integral to growing up and learning how to function with other adults that we aren't getting, or kids right now are not getting that we did, even when we were growing up.
Yeah,
you know,
and us specifically, and this is not like, this is not a comment on like, on parenting or anything, because also in today's world comes the additional challenges of trying to survive as a familial unit. I can't imagine having small children in the world today, how expensive that could be, and how both parents, have to be out and about working, and so that can also lead to less interaction for their kids unless it's like they're already at like a daycare or they're at school or something. But I mean, I remember when I was a kid, both my parents worked, but I was always outside, or I was outside on the swing set, or I was around Colfax with like Ryan, doing whatever we were doing, whatever mischief we can get into.
Blind Man on Rocks.
Yeah, we were real ruffians. We'd get together on our bikes and we'd drive to the park and we'd play Blind Man on Rocks, and people would look at us and be like, "Aren't you a little old for that?" And we're like, "Yeah, we don't care. We're pretty cool."
This is so fun.
No, Blind Man on Rocks is so fun, and if
I would play it,
and if I knew I wouldn't hurt myself, because I know I'm gonna fall and crack my no, it'd be super fun. Hell, I go play right now.
Yeah.
It's such a fun game. But there's less incentive, I think, to going outside because you get all that interaction
100%.
You could need through your phone 100%. Or through a game console, and with how readily available those things are now as a form of entertainment, like why is there ever a need to go outside when you could just have all of that through a screen?
There's another interesting concept talking about that the book touches on, where kids, specifically boys, I mean they observe this in both girls and boys growing up, but specifically boys grow up needing like play. It's just called play, like free form, like there is no point, like that's why we had recess.
Yeah.
It's because people understand that kids at a fundamental level need to be able to just go unsupervised and play with other kids, because it builds things like coordination,
problem solving.
Yes.
And it's how it's kind of the first form all freedom you get. Whereas, yes, it's supervised, but like for 40 minutes a day, it's up to you what you do.
Yes.
If you want to sit and read, go for it. But you know what equipment am I going to use? What game am I going to play with my friends? What are we going to talk about? Which friends am I going to hang out with?
Bro, and that's the thing.
All those social things that help your development. You know, it's not happening as much because it's happening from the screen.
And now you don't have like it's the first chance, like you said, for you to make choices, and also for your primal brain to make these small micro adjustments when you do something that hurts yourself. Like you fall off the monkey bars, it doesn't hurt that bad. You might break something, but then you recognize in your brain, like, okay, I know how to keep myself safe in the long run, and also the next time I'm here facing this challenge. And now you have kids that are literally asking OpenAI, what should I do today?
It's crazy.
What should I do today? Bro, like, what do you mean what should you do today? You should just like go do something. Like, I know that sounds like that's okay, well, that doesn't answer my question. Yeah, I know, because you should just know. Like, that's one of those innate things that people just are like, I know what to do. I have a next step.
Like, what were you like? Do you have anything to look forward to? What's going on in your life right now?
Just
and
go
then, like,
for a walk. I don't know, like,
and what was it? When things, at what point do things become that things that are convenient become dangerous, because it kind of it leaves your I guess to be like problem solving skills. It they atrophy over time to the point where, given a very simple choice, like, you can't make that decision anymore because you don't know how to like rationalize and like pros and cons and what to do. I mean, my girlfriend, when she was student teaching, would have students, like, these are juniors and seniors in high school. They're like, why can't you just give me the answer? It's like fully, and it's like, well, it's because we want you to make your own conclusion. She did history, so it's not like these have, like, yes, these are facts that are set in stone, but I think the reason why we should be teaching history is not for you to memorize when dates happened. It's so you can, it's like, hey, this is what happened. This was a success. This was a failure. This is a great event. This is a catastrophe. It's for you to look at these and to understand why they succeeded, why they failed, why it's a good thing, why it's a bad thing, why this shouldn't be repeated, why we should try to do this again.
I also found that, like, being able to write things down instead of like typing things out has always helped me.
100%.
Like, just putting things down on a piece of paper I guess it just activates your brain in some way helps you learn a little bit better.
Because there's so many different like skills that you need to know on a subconscious level. Like, you have to know, like, I don't know how to explain it because I am not someone that studies this sort of thing. So forgive me if someone out there is gonna like be real quick to correct what I'm saying. But I would think that because it takes so much more time in our brain to learn how to write something, like, there are so many more fine motor movements in actually writing the word elephant than there are in learning where buttons are, typing ELEPHANT, and then you're done. I think that's probably part of the reason why writing things down helps you learn more, because you have to think more about what you're actually doing. Things that require you to think are better for you because it makes you make more choices. It forces you to make more choices.
It's the same thing with the phones. It's just like
when you have autocorrect on, like, you don't have to worry about how accurate your typing
100%.
is.
Exactly. I don't have autocorrect on for that
because it'll just fix it for you. Yeah,
it's a lot faster, streamlined.
I send text out all the time with spelling errors in it. And it's because my fat fingers click the wrong ones. But I mean, I'm trying at least to, not, and I think it's silly. I mean, I do it to RJ as a bit all the time because it's funny, but it's silly to be like, spell this word. Like, can you not spell it? Geez, you should be embarrassed. But like, it's getting to a point where it's like, even basic spelling and like phonics, how letters make sounds and words, those aren't being taught the same way anymore, to the point where kids aren't learning how to speak and how to sound things out. They're learning how to memorize words. So when they see things in a like, and I'm sure it's also being taught, like, or maybe it's to notice these patterns. So like, yes, certain if it sounds this way in one word, then it'll sound this way in this word. It'll sound the same. But that, grammar as a whole, especially in English, because English is
it's very confusing.
It's a Frankenstein language. It's just a bunch of stuff crammed together, and somehow we managed to speak it. The rules are so complex in English that you can't look at the same combination of letters in one word and automatically assume it's the same thing in another.
Like breed, or bread. I did the example.
Exactly.
I would say bread and read.
Yeah.
Those are entirely different things that you can't just memorize how EA is this sound. Well, not necessarily.
That's breed. I'm gonna go get a loaf. What kind of breed do you want today?
What kind of breed you want? Can I get a rye breed?
Mead. MEAD isn't.
Yeah.
Mead?
Yeah.
So it's just.
You think it's made?
These very basic things because convenience is king now. I think these very basic structures are or it's trickling down to the point where these skills are atrophying, where they're not being taught, and then people are unfortunately, I wouldn't even call it stupidity. I just call it ignorance, because it's at least with stupidity, it's maybe you don't get it. With ignorance, you're not even trying. It's it's okay to be stupid, because you can, I don't think there's such thing as a stupid person. It's just people who aren't as trying as actively to
because it doesn't interest you.
Because it's why would I? Yeah, I don't think especially in the way we quantify intelligence, especially, where it's you have to hit these certain things to be considered a smart person.
People take IQ tests. IQ is just pattern recognition. That's all it is. An IQ test is just your ability to recognize a set pattern.
Yeah. And I think that especially with the grade school system we've got now, with moving kids along through grades and stuff, yes, grades can be a good tool for benchmarking, but it doesn't. And I think this is another flaw with education in this country, which is not teachers' fault, because they are short end of the stick every time. But that because that metric is just black and white on paper, it doesn't the gateway into the individual, where it's this kid isn't getting good grades, but is it because they're stupid, or is it because they think school is boring?
Dude, you want to hear something crazy? Speaking about grades, so my girlfriend's mom is a kindergarten teacher. They are now moving away from numbered grades or high number grades to just 1 through 5.
Oh wow.
For term grading. It's now you get she tried to explain it to me, and she was even confused on it, because it's a new thing.
It's kindergarten?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like young elementary students, because I know
B, C, D, and then 2 is family.
Well, because I imagine
I think that's what she said.
Because I imagine it's like those rubrics you'd see for an essay, where it's 1 is meets, 5 is failure.
But it's
to meet.
so generic, and I think it works for a rubric.
It waters it for a rubric, for an individual assignment, sure, but rubrics are meant to be a skeleton you then extrapolate on,
exactly,
and build on.
But for a term, for a school term, okay. What'd you end up with? I remember when we would get report cards, and it was super cool to get your report card, and I'd be I got just using this as an example, I went from an 85 in one class, and now I'm up to a 96, which is an A. Now it's just I went from a 4 to a 5.
Yeah.
And she said it in a way where it was 5 is excellent, 4 is needs improvement, and then everything below that was just it didn't make sense to me. It was where is your metric for improvement? And I guess to kind of give some context as to why I'm bringing this up, it just feels there's no everything is spoon fed completely, and that's not I'm not trying to sound like a boomer, doomer.
Yeah. Or it's everything sucks. We're all gonna die. It's not to that extent. There are flaws in the system, but we still have the power to get to be individuals and be a person.
I just wish I wish kindergartners wouldn't get tablets. I just wish,
dude. When we went, when our school went 1-to-1, I was like, don't even give the elementary school.
And they didn't.
Go to the computer lab.
Yeah.
Or like with like the carts, the charging carts.
Yeah.
Give them a cart for like an afternoon or something.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the way they do it. I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, no, Mackenzie's mom's students get like tablets during the day.
Wow.
They get individual tablets.
That's crazy.
And then that just leads into like burnout, where they're so like it's not even like an application of skills. They're so burnt out from constant stimulation that they don't have to think for themselves.
Yeah, that's
even with the blue light from the screens, like that damages your eyes.
Bro.
Yeah, and then like not even from like a mental standpoint, it's physically bad for you.
Yeah.
So
anyway, we're really getting in our doomer era right now.
Yeah, for real.
Without the phone. So anyway, as soon as we're done with this, I'm getting on my phone to see.
I'm going on TikTok. I will be scrolling for the next 4.5 hours, and then I'm going to bed.
For real.
No. But it's interesting. Development for young kids. How that even in the last like 10 years, how much that's changed.
You guys remember when Uber came out when we were in high school? How when Uber because like we didn't have that, but like I remember it was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like if you need a ride somewhere, you can just use this app
really
on your phone.
Cool. Now you can bring your food to your house, which we've all done. We've all done that.
Yeah.
But now I'm like growing up with that. If you were in a place where you could do it, dude, like why would you ever want to just like okay, so like we would go to Casey's for like fun.
Yep.
Because we didn't have Uber Eats.
No, we didn't.
We had to go and get the shit ourselves.
It was hey, do you want to drive 5 minutes to Casey's and get a soda and a snack and then hang out?
Yes.
Yeah, that was every time.
Doesn't exist. I'm sure it exists in certain pockets, but as a whole, that percentage of kids who do that has gone down.
When you wanted to go get food, especially for us when we lived in a rural area, it was let's go drive 20 minutes.
Yeah.
One way to pick it up, 20 minutes back, and then
you
eat at home. It's like now it's especially for people who live in urban or populated areas. Press 5 buttons on your phone. 30 minutes later, your food's
Let's
there.
see if I can get my dad to DoorDash his B-dubs.
Oh my god!
How
long would that take?
It used to be like,
Bro.
Dude, let's see if we can like call delivery from the pizza place to see if they'll come. And now it's, dude, we can just DoorDash this real quick.
Yeah.
Uber
Eats.
Yes. Like you had to physically make an effort to go and get a certain commodity from a certain place if you wanted it. Like not everywhere had delivery. Even when when we were in high school.
Like pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. Like all these like mom and pop places, they couldn't have delivery because they didn't, they don't have the facilities for that. They can't spare a worker or they don't have someone who can deliver stuff. And then you see this great shift into all these like the example around here is the Thai house.
Yeah.
Over
Morrissey. It's on Morrissey.
Yeah. They used to be a sit-down restaurant.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was delicious.
Yeah.
And it still is good. I don't want to. The quality is still great. Really the food is still fantastic. Now, since COVID, they don't like that entire like sit-down portion of the restaurant is empty
because they don't need it.
It's closed off. They solely do pick up and deliver.
Yep.
So that's they can have a business off of that. They don't have to have this.
And that's in the last 5 years.
Yeah. You guys want to know something crazy? Because you just said that. I think Uber, the actual service of Uber, I think it's only been around for like 6, maybe 7 years. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. I think it came out. Well, yeah, I was
thinking. How about a fact
check?
Yeah,
yeah, fact check that. Because I'm pretty sure it came out in like 2018 or 2019.
Dang.
But I'm just like, dude, it's mind blowing. Like now we've got Lyft, we've got DoorDash, we've got Grubhub, we've got Uber.
All the things.
Dude, Uber can like bring you alcohol now, which is like I think you have to have like a separate licensure to do. I don't know.
Crazy man.
Man. The level of convenience that we sit at as a society now in just since the time that the first smartphone came out, which it's been 18 years.
So specifically Uber started in San Francisco. Makes sense.
Yeah.
In 2010.
Oh, 2010.
So and then you see that come to like
various
heavy urban areas.
Okay.
So I think it started in like Chicago. Probably.
Oh, okay.
It says. I mean, this is just a blanket statement from Google.
It's 15 years old.
Yeah, it says 2011 for Illinois, and then I have an article from the Panagraph.
When did Uber Eats come out? Because I think that was maybe more recently.
I have an article from the Panagraph from 2015 talking about
Bloomington getting
about Uber starting.
Okay, maybe that's when it was. Maybe it was
when
like
it started here.
Yeah.
So at least at this level of
about 10 years
of community, it's only been 10 years.
Okay. All right.
Like, yes, these things existed, but around here, it's only been 10 years.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of Uber Eats then, because I know Uber Eats is like a newer model, like the food delivery side of it. I think, like, why do I feel like
Uber Eats started in 2014.
Dang, really? Okay, wow.
So if you want to follow the 5 years later thing, then around here, food delivery, which is very big generalization, but food delivery would have started about 2019 if you want to follow that. So
you linearly,
yeah. So you're not wrong to say it's only been a handful of years.
It just accelerated because we had phones and then a pandemic, and it just
the relevance of it all kind of probably exponentiated, and that's when I recognized it. So yeah.
And I mean in the grand scheme of human existence and like technological development and advancement, I think, and we talked about this a little bit earlier before we were recording, but like we are getting so advanced that I think in terms of the grand scheme of things, we are exponentially getting more and more technologically advanced to where 50 years ago, like to 1950 to 1960, well, 50 years ago would have been 75, but I digress. The progress made in that decade pales in comparison to the amount of progress we made in 2000 and 2010.
Oh yeah.
And you talk about how, and I think a really cool phenomena in history is how different each decade starts and ends.
Yeah.
Like how different it is.
Bro,
I think
the 2020s is gonna be wild to see.
Oh yeah.
When 2030 rolls around, like.
Oh, I think we're in for a wildly different landscape of where we are.
Yeah. We still won't have flying cars, but damn, do we have AI videos of Charlie Kirk on different bodies?
It just feels like since COVID, everything has kind of sped up.
For sure,
in terms of the online landscape.
And I think we'll definitely see. Who knows what event it'll be? Probably some robot uprising, CloudGate.
Yeah.
Bro, as fuck. iRobot or iRobot style Will Smith. Let's go.
But who knows? But we won't be able to quantify that again until that happens. But I guarantee it's coming sooner than we think it is.
Yeah.
Like I think who knows how baseless this is? I think if you looked at like life-changing events and then quantifying the progress we make in between it, I think the event you could say is 9/11 to COVID. Those 2 decades.
Yeah.
Like how much did we change from then to then? And it's like 2001 kicks it off, and then we jump up in progress, and then COVID happens, and then all these other things happen, and it just keeps going in that direction.
There's what's the statistic? Oh, it's not a statistic. It's a societal model that I saw that indicates that societies shift every 80 years. There's a cycle every 80 years that societies go through, and I think one started with the Roaring '20s, so it always starts in an upswing, and then it's in 20-year sections. There's like quarters, and there's a model somewhere out there that explains it better, but it's like every 20 years you have something that happens in the 80-year cycle, but it always cycles back to it being like, okay, a really high point. So like the high point would have been the Roaring '20s, and then you've got 20 years after that was World War II. 20 years after that, you have like a revolution, so that's during the Vietnam War, like
civil rights movement.
Yes. And you got 20 years after that's Cold War, and then 20 years after that, it's now the year 2000. Like people are celebrating, like, oh my god, it's so great. Like, and then obviously, I think that's confusing though, because then you've got like the Iraq War, the Gulf War, things that happened in the 90s. So it's like it's not a perfect model, but I remember seeing this and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because now, then you've got 20 years from, if you kind of shift it down the line, you look at 20 years from where it was supposed to be good, we've got COVID.
And then I wonder if you could also link that to the exponential change thing. Is that model going to change because of how rapidly we're developing?
Yeah, it'd have to. I mean, like, and I'm sure that definitely like if you were to look back on human development in America, like I'm sure that like you can draw that out, right? Because the good times probably lasted longer.
Yeah.
Hard times lasted longer because there were not immediate fixes like there are now. So to speak.
I think we just go in cycles, and like I think there are so many cycles and microcycles and cycles within cycles, and it's like where could we even begin to quantify it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but We're coming up on the hour mark on the recording.
Yeah, true. I was just gonna ask where we at on time.
I think
just about
this
done.
would be a pretty good place to call it, I think.
Cool. Yeah. So good discussion all around. I think really good talk. Hope someone out there feels motivated to think harder about their life and how much they're consuming. I think the big takeaway:
go touch a rock.
Go touch a rock.
Go touch a rock and wonder who touched the rock before you.
Go touch grass.
And then huck it. And then think about how safely, just huck it.
Yeah, huck it.
Huck it.
Yeah. Huck.
You ever huck before, buddy?
I huck all the time.
I'm new to hucking.
I think you should go home tonight and huck it.
Yeah.
Huck it real good.
I love hucking it.
Brother, you guys are a couple of huckers.
Yuck. Adam, want to take us out here?
Yes, yeah. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in to another episode of the Thought Jar. Kind of a free-form episode today. We will be doing more of these in the future. If you guys like this, go ahead and just show us some love in some way. However you do that, like the video, comment on it if you feel like sharing some thoughts of your own.
If you have a topic you want to hear our opinion on, our super important and highly valued opinion,
we'll take the one person who's going to find this on their algorithm and their comment, and we'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
We promise we'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
Double Dog Garrison will do it.
Yeah.
Will we release it? Oh, no.
I don't know. Depends on what you want us to talk about.
We'll see.
Give us something to talk about.
Yeah. Make sure it's like at least like at highest PG-13.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Don't say fuck.
Yeah.
So you say fuck, right off to bleep it out like this.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So now the real question is, will Ryan use one big long bleep for that, or just a bunch of little ones?
I think the long one would be funny.
The long one would be really, really funny. But
we'll see when I get to it.
I guess we won't know.
When he gets the post, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But you are free to follow us and watch more of this content. We stream this on Spotify. We are also on YouTube, and that's it.
And I think we have a TikTok
is
collecting dust, but that's okay.
Yes,
right.
It's hard for
we'll start posting again here soon.
It's hard for us to get together as it is, and we've said that before. So sometimes we just have to kind of put them out. We put an episode out before this that we didn't post anything about, which is okay.
Yeah,
but it's out there.
You're welcome, Thought Jar fans.
It's out there.
You're welcome, Jarhead. We're doing this for you.
Yes, we are doing it for the love of the game.
Heck yeah.
So yes, if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, leave them, and we'll see you guys.
And we can't stop you we can't stop you.
No,
you're gonna leave.
We won't stop you. We would love it.
I thought we have the choice. Anyway.
Ryan, your Norton protection has expired on your computer.
Oh.
Dude, what are you gonna do?
Thank you.
So stay protected with Norton VPN. Not a paid subscription. We're not sponsored.
No, we aren't. We would love one, but we're not going to get one.
Yeah.
You actually have to like upload consistently to probably get sponsors.
All right, friends. Have a great evening, day, night, morning.
Bear down.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for watching.
Go Vikings.